The Voidwoken rears its head as you approach, its beady eyes looking past you.
You.
The Voidwoken hisses as Fane approaches. It calls him. Fane's drive to uncover the universe's secret saw the Eternals cast into the void. His hubris saw his people, but the Voidwoken offers him a chance to redeem himself, to rejoin his people. The Voidwoken claims that the Eternals can return to this world, that Fane can be home again.
I'm sorry, brother. I cannot see this land destroyed just so we can rebuild our more imperfect...
Very well, traitor. Side with your more...
A Voidwoken stares intently at you. This creature seems different. It's...
Step back, Hanola. The time of mortals draws to a close. We are not the void. When we were banished, you were made. You owe your entire We were betrayed by the 7 usurpers. They took our power. They were little more than local barons, until Fane that you left us no choice. We had no... Do not resist us. We shall be who we once were, and the world shall be restored to what it was before we were. Because of that betrayal, but we will not fight your husk. You shall end.
The beam,
Perhaps we can harness its power somehow.
The phantom bird pecks at the stone beneath her with a scarred and blood...
Student of the arena, or master? I do not teach anymore. Students! Bunch, barely any of them try to become. The gods have poor choice in Godwoken, if you ask me. There's no fire in your blood. Leave me.
The phantom bird pecks at...
Student or master? You even beat Murga? That little firecrack. I have an even greater challenge for you. There, you can prove in trial by combat that you are indeed. There can be only a... If you wish to be the one to...
An automaton, massive and imposing, creaks to life as you approach.
You must leave. I am an automaton. You are not divine.
An automaton, massive...
You are not divine.
An automaton,
You are not.
Thane looks around in what...
This... Of course, it was a little less... destroyed in my day. No. But there comes a time when a man must choose between his... Even if that monster was once one of your... No. And even if I had such things, it also looks like someone... No. And the immense power of several deities. I knew it like the back of my hand once.
Thane holds up a...
I left the back of my hand, but I trust you. You have taken us this far. I will follow you the rest of the way.
strange device.
I await Master's oath. Have you completed my challenge? Have you... My congratulations on
The spirit ruffles her feathers and stares deeply into your eyes.
Happy are those who feature. Welcome back, most avid practitioner.
Looks like a library. Books. How thrilling.
Well spotted, genius.
Ow! I think I'm missing something here. Ow! I think I'm missing something here.
An automaton still and silent before you. A faint glow, a compartment in the side of the contraption. The capacitor sparks and it rises. The automaton looms above you. A lone, glowing eye takes you.
A fresh Godwoken ready for induction. Very good. I am here to serve. This is the Academy. It is a place of great learning. Allow me to show you. The Academy exists to help. You must enter the temple, then prove your Godwoken should be able to or interference. I appear to have been apologies, Godwoken. I trust you will be able to overcome any It's quite simple.
The automaton fixed.
Godwoken. Discipline is paramount.
I have no idea what any of this means.
I can't make heads nor tails of this. I can understand this reads, "In the footsteps of the Eternals."
I can
What that
understand
means
this
remains to be
reads,
seen.
"In the footsteps of the Eternals." But what that means remains to be seen.
I'm afraid that exploring...
Something on your mind, darling? Darling. Why, I can't remember the last time someone showed me such kindness. After all,
I'm afraid that exploring this island... I'm afraid that exploring this island...
Expert warriors for hire. Even in combat, they won't let you down.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only...
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win.
Something on your mind?
Do what you must at this place.
The ghost's memories slip easily into your mind. His name is Candor, and he's wrong. He'll die. You are Candor, and you are, you believe, ready to step up. And as his shadow falls, you turn and flee towards the library to warn your tutors. But Lucian is too fast. He cuts you down. A hunger rises deep within you, a desire for his source. This yearning is not yours, but it demands. The hunger dies. The spirit keeps glancing.
How can I help?
Her memories flow into you as water to a stream. You are Tarian Grey. You are in love with Redulus. Redulus went to see the Chancellor, and you have not... And a gentle pain stabs your heart. Lucian smiles at you, and then believing it comes from her own mind, she realizes the truth. She was murdered by Lucian, that she knows Redulus went to see the Chancellor in his chambers. She did not know... The spirit of a rather old man dodders around.
Ah, a new I admire your enthusiasm, but I'm just about to close the gallery for the evening. Oh, come now, surely you must have had all the powers that a god would. I will not.
The ghost frowns.
You're new, so I won't report your insolence. I will not allow. I am Master Trelly, curator of the gallery.
An elegant and intelligent-looking lizard. She freezes in confusion, unable to work out. She turns and looks you in the eye, and your god should... Candor still thinks he'll be the next divine. You are Candor, and as his you turn and flee. A hunger rises deep. The hunger dies.
Ow! I think I'm missing something here. Ow! I think I'm missing something here.
I must check on the Chancellor. one came next. Ha! Yes.
Ow! I think I'm missing something here.
Ow! I think I'm missing something here.
Ow! I think I'm missing something here.
Ha! Yes. Welcome to the Forbidden Library. Do not fear the truth. The gods destroy what they have made.
A thought arrives from deep within, a single word. Lies.
Redulus sought the secrets of the gods. Redulus sought the God King.
Hunger rises deep within. The hunger. His memory comes to you like a hound to its master. Your name is Redulus, and you are Godwoken. But you know that you hear rumors of a God King who would free you to be with Tarion. You seek the Chancellor's knowledge of the Lucian, the great divine. He smiles at you and bids you approach him. Redulus awakens as if from a daze. He takes what would... The lovers stare into each other's eyes. She smiles at you in gratitude. Redulus gives you a nod of acknowledgement. You know they'll leave now for the... They turn to each other.
it. The Temple of the One.
At last. This journey is almost done.
You face a familiar foe. Before you was a dwarf you once knew, or at least thought you did.
The God King has birthed a new son. I don't fight the coming storm.
Much to your surprise, you encounter Ifan Ben Medst once more, but...
Alive. I am far from I am sworn to the Covenant. And you too will be far from alive after I fate.
He smirks, and something awful glitters in the...
Godwoken, are your studies complete? All Godwoken have completed. I take you now to the wellspring awaits there you may fall, or you may rise. So it begins. The first Godwoken to enter the wellspring of ascension becomes divine. May the new divine be worthy. For the rest, may he have mercy on your soul. To the wellspring of ascension, begin.
Finally. It's almost over.
So good of you to come, God-awoken. You know, you are many things, but above all, you are reliable. Reliable to the point of being predictable. You came to the Wellspring. The Lady Vengeance is, after all, my ship.
It is time, mistress.
She gives you a long and steady look, as if it is the last time.
Yes, Breedeman.
She raises the Aetherin. Like a divining rod to water, it's...
We are done, mistress.
Yes, Breedeman, we are done. And so too, Godwoken, are you. Goodbye.
It might be wise to look for a way out of here.
Really? Do you think so?
If I didn't know our shield had everything under control, I'd think we were in big trouble.
The ritual has failed. The structure lies in ruins, but you have at least survived. The rage grows, burning hotter than the volcano itself, tearing at you, seeking to over... And at once, a familiar figure materializes before you. A copy of yourself, enraged. Your own face glowers at you, and your furious god begins to speak.
You failure. You nobody. You weakling. Return the rest of my power to me. Look me in the eye. I am Relic. I am god of this world. All that you are is mine. It shall be mine once more. Yield. Surrender yourself to your god, that he yield to Relic, that he may be god of... You were infected. You were defiled. It is mercifully quiet now. Quiet enough for me to... If you won't yield by your own...
If I didn't know our shield had everything under control, I'd think we were in big trouble.
The ritual has failed. The rage and it a familiar and your fury.
You failure. You nobody. You weak. Return the... Look me. I am... Yield. Surrender your... Yield to Relic. You were infected. It is mercifully quiet now. If you won't yield by your own will, you will yield by mine. Yield to me.
Reach the Reaper for me.
The Titan lies in pieces before you. The god controlling it is dead by your hand. Lava roils as earthquakes rumble around you. Shockwaves of sound pierce the air, the growl of shifting ground. It's Malady. Where the hell are you, she calls. Ah, find my beacon. We need to get out of here now. Her voice crackles and dissipates in your mind.
I guess when I said never again, I really meant once or twice more. Okay. Okay. Hall of Echoes once more. Our home away from home. You know what affects me a great deal? Hauling you thither and yon, only to see you still haven't managed to ascend. At least you managed to murder one of the 7. Quite the spectacle. I've never seen anything so... Let's talk about this later. I need to rest. We've still one big jump to go, but... it'll have to wait.
She casts her gaze around, taking in the streaming bluish ether. She breathes a deep, ragged breath.
At least, it's quite beautiful here, isn't it? I'm going to take a rest, sort myself out. I suggest you do the same. Speak to the ship if you need me. She'll know where to find me. This may be your last bit of respite before the storm blows in again, Godwoken. Enjoy it. You deserve that much.
After all that's just happened, life, every flawed morsel of it, seems more precious to you than ever. You look around at those who have accompanied you so far. In each one, something unique shines through. Divinity has eluded you so far, but humanity beats strong within you. Here, who knows what lies ahead for you, for your companions. Your quest failed. The void is growing stronger, and the hall is dark. You feel the need for some affection. Perhaps they feel it too. She pulls you close and kisses you like you've never been kissed before.
That's a yes. Come, let's find ourselves a quiet spot, shall we?
As you move to go below decks, the live wood creaks and groans. The steps you thought you knew lead you to a part of the ship you've never seen before. And touching the wall beneath your fingers, the live wood hums at your touch. You understand that the Lady Vengeance has carved this space for you in gratitude for your help. You enter and feel the presence of the ship recede, offering you the total privacy of a moment alone with your companion. No sooner have you entered the room than Sabine shoves you onto the bed and starts tearing at your clothes.
I want you naked. Now. Slow, yes, but without secrets. Strip.
Sabine doesn't blink, but with a few quiet motions slips out of her clothes. She stands before you
Cat got your tongue? Hope not. You're going to need it. Your turn. Spit spot.
She looks on as you remove your garb, and it's like you can feel her gaze.
Good girl.
She takes one of your hands and leads it to her lips, gently brushing them with your fingertips.
I could lick the skin of your hand and see the depths of your memory. Think now of what will happen when I lick you all over. All those memories shrouded in flesh. No more secrets. I will know you like I know my own heart.
She lowers your hand and places it between her breasts. You can feel the beat of her heart, the dull...
Let me come to know you.
She kisses you gently. Then, as your mouths open...
The sweet taste of remembrance. How young you were. Tell me, how was it? So I gather. But practice makes perfect. I think it's time for another taste.
She kisses your neck, your breasts, twirls...
Oh, now we're getting somewhere. But... you're... afraid. Tell me why. But you shouldn't be. Not with me by your side. Forget the scar. Forget the names on my skin. You will get to know the real me. All of me. I am Sabine, and I'm here with you. That's right, my darling. I'm here with you. Now do you realize you've no reason to fear me? That I love you. I want you.
Her kisses go lower still, your belly and below. Her tongue right just a tease. Slowly she moves back up, her...
Just one question left. The one question as yet unanswered in your... Do you love me too? Not so evasive now, are we?
She straddles you, two heats hot against...
Isn't it wonderful to be in love? Isn't it magical to make?
Her lips land on yours once more as her fingers curl inside you, and slowly, ever... The night was long, but you didn't sleep a wink. You lie in one another's arms.
Ready for round 5. Come here.
As Sabile's hands trick...
That was Lady Vengeance. How she spoils our sport.
You both rise from the bed and get dressed.
You know me now, don't you? The real me. You're not afraid anymore, and I love you.
One more kiss. Then you leave.
Let's get this divinity thing over with, shall we? Are you ready to continue the journey? One more...
There you are. I hear Malady wants to...
Not right now. Come back.
Well, hello again. As much as I would enjoy sailing these waters with you, I believe Malady recommended speaking to the ship's head when you were ready to leave.
Ifan's spirit stares at you, seemingly through you. He gives no... Ifan's eyes flicker rapidly. He whispers, Gleku Duma, Gleku Duma. Then, before your eyes, is that you could hear, for...
People are going to perish. She'll do it now. She'll...
Junk.
Not many things I can fetch around.
I thought you'd forgotten about me, darling.
Almira gives you a...
I had a feeling you'd be one to watch, my dear.
I'm glad I didn't step ashore on that island with you, the Order. My comrades, I don't regret leaving with Almira, but I did swear an oath, no loss. The Divine Order grew weak and divided under it.
All this commotion hasn't made it... My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an...
Whatever time you need to gather yourself, my friend. When you are ready, we can proceed.
Yes, I am sorry. She had me built to her exact design, but I will see myself destroyed.
It shall be done.
Melody's face is drawn. She seems tired, somewhat subdued. She looks you over and squints.
What's wrong with you? You seem... happy. It's written all over you. In truth, I'm glad to see it. I've had some time to think. I doubt you've forgotten the death of Meister Siva.
She swallows hard and closes...
She and I had a deal, you see. A deal that's now quite obviously defunct. The details aren't important now, it's just... Never mind. So, are we? Allies, that is. The details are detailed. Suffice it to say that Meister Siva believed she could help. So? That's something I don't often hear. Thank you. Moving on. I found out where Dallas is heading. There's a great city not far from Driftwood, Arx by name. It's controlled by Magisters, so you'll have your work cut out for you. You'll need to find her and take back Dallas, or any of the others for that matter, cannot be allowed to use the powers of the gods. She doesn't understand what must... It's quite simple, really. Chaos is a fact of life, surer than any other. If wielded well, that line will mean stability, order, a comfort against the unknowable, changing force. Dallas, and the others like her, Alexander, the Mother Tree, the Prince of Shadows, they are little better than demons, really. They seek power at the expense of others, not to create stability. Look at my face, Godwoken. What do you see? I suppose we all see what we want to see. When I look in the mirror, I see balance. Balance between darkness and light, between good and evil. Whatever those categories mean. When the time comes for you to ascend, remember my face. Remember that despite any shortcomings you might have, if you can bring a semblance of the seven are gone, slain by their Godwoken, slain by you, you have the potential, the obligation even, to do better than they did. To create a better world than the world they made. I know what evil is, Godwoken. I've seen what chaos can do. It isn't how I... Now, there's little time to spare. We need to get you to Arx, find Dallas, take back what she stole. Shall we go? Very good. How lucky for you I'm on your side. I'm probably the only one masterful enough to transport an entire ship safely between the land of the dead and the land of the living. Captain Malady stands at the ready.
After the briefest moment of respite, Malady brought the Godwoken to Arx to recover the divine powers Dallas had snatched away. But the half-demon secret was taking its toll on her.
Lucian! Fools! The bastard's going to ruin everything! Brace! Brace! Brace!
Come, Quercus. Time is short.
Don't say anything.
Malady groans, her face twisting in pain. She falls to one knee, catching herself on her hands. She raises one hand and raises herself to her feet.
Now, no need to fuss, I'll be fine. It's just that traveling between the realms isn't easy, you know? It takes something from my soul each time. But never you fear, I've pulled a clever trick out of my sleeve. The Lady Vengeance stands in two realms at once. Her body here, her soul in the Hall of Echoes. You can still return at your leisure. At least I got us where we wanted to go. This is Arx. This is where Dallas has fled with the powers of the gods. This is where the path to divinity leads. Dallas must be stopped. She has stolen the powers of the Seven. Track her in Arx. Find out where she's gone and end her. Before you go, Losa, perhaps you sense it already, but this is where he lives. Your demon, a Dramalik. You must be exceedingly careful. He'll be waiting for you. But we have his name. There may be something we can do to hinder him before you even meet. I'll do some investigating while you're busy hunting down. Good luck, and do not fail.
Oh, Quercus. She might have been a butchered tree. We cannot hide in their barren Hall of Echoes.
Solora looks up to you.
We must fight! Onward, Quercus! Onward, shield! Until the great acorn drops. Ho!
No sense in hanging around here, Losa. That's for you to discover. Arx is... I'll find a way to help with the Dramalik, Losa. But we have his name. Good luck.
Gareth massages...
Why does everything... Glad to see you're still kicking at least.
Gareth scans the wreckage and whistles. He stretches an arm in front...
As good as I'm going. Godwoken, it may be Lucian's day, but Arx will give you little cause to celebrate. I must stay here. Old habits. I pursued my guiding star. I'd no idea...
Gareth smiles at you.
I'll do what I do best. Hold things together. Those that remain still need... It's a city at a crossroads. Volumes could be written about a single conflict. It's from arcs that the Divine Order operates, so to speak. Though you'll find its Do not, however, assume that every paladin offers safe haven. The enemy of your enemy is not always a friend. Ahu is Lucian's greatest asset. A great wizard, and clever as a cat. He's a man of many talents, not the least of which is... no.
Gareth grasps your shoulder.
You've done much for me. You've got more miracles in you, Losa.
Quite right. Do seek my counsel. I highly recommend it. The Sallow Man's mirror was rather obscure. There's an ancient Empire consulate in the city, you see. By far and away the only place with the appropriate decor and decor. Rather hard not to think of Divinity, wouldn't you say? I've always known I was destined for... Did you? Conduit. Is that what you think you'll be? But of course that doesn't quite... I have thought about the When one strips away from the power... The true meaning of Divinity is power, and as it so happens, power, a battle lost, a war begun. Dallas and that pet of hers are a force to be reckoned with. There is... But what truly makes me pause is the fate of the Seven. Think on it. Think on it, because that is what we're fighting for. To be a god. If this man was to be believed, he was... I am not of the opinion, however, that he could have been no more than a lowborn. All that matters is, he's dead. No...
There's an air about this place. Something sinister just below the surface. Last I heard, godhood awaits. If only we can... by all means. Oh my. Someone in need of a lick and cuddle.
Her face is straight, but her eyes dance with...
I don't think I can ever...
She steps close to you and places a long hand on...
Don't think you've seen it all. I haven't even nibbled you yet. Like I want to keep exploring. How about you?
She curtsies.
And my privilege. To be perfectly frank, yes. I only have... Besides, these seven weren't exactly angels. We stand warned. Don't...
Do you know, this Ark's place doesn't look half bad. It's only about 1/3 bad, really. Maybe 2/5. Depending. I fell victim to the fear of the unknown, fear of change. I was on the cusp of a glorious break. I discovered a veil. It was amazing. Who knows what secrets may have been hidden behind... Do you know? I never thought to ask. But what a foolish oversight. If only I'd had your prescient... Well, certainly he was not pleased with my... Was law. But the reason I was purged was slight... After the king refused to let me investigate the Veil, 7 lords. Beneath the king in authority, but far above me. I had hoped they would help me convince the king of his error. Well, my sentence... I mean, yes. I suppose you could have... After all, the power of the secrets to the universe could have lain... Now, I fear I never... He ceased to be my king the moment I did nothing wrong. All I wanted was... Who knows? Had I been allowed to continue my...
The skeletons...
I'm not sure. I remember the big things, of course. But the rest... It's all covered in a... Once I would have boasted that it was the best... Living forever under the rule of a wise king. If he should reject philosophy... I was a scholar. Had I been allowed to proceed, my people, an entire race of deities, it would have solved all of our problems. Indeed you cannot. We crafted our homes from stone. Your people, on the other hand, seem quite... It's a mercy I don't have a nose. I cannot... They came rather low in my life. My wife and daughter always had to compete with my work for my attention. They were often neglected. Well, before whatever happened, happened. Well, of course it is. 100% ethically harvested from... Oh, you simply wait until the creek... Although, that does limit your... I will never understand why you have so... up to a point, certainly. The faces are often what you might call... Poison is preferred, of course. No marks to the face. The subject can be of any age. And not for them, of course. But it's significantly more... Indeed. So I gathered from your... Oh, she was a god. When I wore flesh, I knew her as the Lady Armadia. She was one of the 7 lords that... Oh no, they're quite gone. Well, I'm not sure what... No. They are something else. Naturally, they acted as any lords would, and there was an awful lot of sneering, even back then. One can... what do you want from... If you wish to know what they were like, each of the races were crafted not just in the image... Vrogir was large and strong as his orcs. You were crafted as an act of ego. Yes, well, if you are quite finished wasting my time, I always thought my path was laid out. But what if you could do more? And worse, what if you... I don't know. Tell me.
Fane nods slowly.
You're not entirely wrong. Thank you. I will have to think... It has been unlike anything to explore this world with you. Well, it has been.
What can I do for you? The powers of the Seven lie hidden. Of course, Sadher continues to play hide-and-seek as...
Not the finest of landings. Though I suppose at least I can still access all of my... Why work, of course. Anathema won't come and find me later in the Hall of Echoes. Not the finest of landings. Though I suppose our dear vessel did well enough, given it's not exactly in its natural habitat. At least I can still access all... Come and find me later in the... Arx. Quite a... Come and find me later. Arx. Quite a city, as I recall. The setting for many of my youthful indiscretions. Come and find me later.